everyone, this is Trisha and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to do another little decoration. This is going to be very easy, quick to do. It's going to just require a couple of supplies. Actually, I have 3 items here that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using these little grapevine wreaths. Now you could use like little pine wreaths if you wanted to use that, and if you don't find pine wreaths, if you have some garland that you don't mind cutting up, just cut it to the length, shape it into a circle, tie it, and then you'll have a round little garland made wreath. You want to use garland that has some wire in it, of course, to be able to shape it. All right, but I went ahead and I grabbed these little grapevine wreaths. I wanted something that had a little more of a country feel to them. So this was what I chose. And these were from Hobby Lobby. They were regular $5.99. I got them for $3 because, of course, Christmas is half off. You're not going to find too many things anymore, and that's why I suggest if you have some garland, you know, that you can cut up, use that. Now, you could also use like those styrofoam shaped wreaths, you know, the styrofoam wreath shapes, excuse me, or even the wired ones. They do sell some smaller ones at like the Dollar Tree, for example, but then you'd have to use a lot of stuff to cover that up. And I'm trying to do this as minimal as possible, so that's why I'm using these little grapevine wreaths. And then I just bought some little picks. Again, if you don't find little picks, look into your stash of things that you have. Maybe you have some, again, some garland, and then you could just a little small piece on here, and that's all you need. You just need a little touch of something, maybe even just a little pine cone, maybe some little berries or something that you might have, and then just have a cute little ribbon. And ribbon can be a solid red or whatever colors you're using for your Christmas decor. And now I found this one. This was where did I get this one? Oh, this is from Walmart. I've already used it in a previous video, and this is Merry Christmas on it. So I'm going to go ahead and use this because it has a lot. It's a 45-foot roll of ribbon, and it was $7.98. Now I suggest you just go look in the regular ribbons even. You don't have to look into Christmas stuff, and you'll find that they do have, you know, reds or white or whatever color you're using for your Christmas. All right, and then of course these little picks were from Hobby Lobby. They're regular $3. I got them for $1.50, so $1.50. And I like them. They have these little, actually, I mean, I do like them. I don't mean like actually I don't like them. I do like them, but actually there wasn't a lot to choose from. The picks were pretty picked. Haha. But anyway, yeah, pun intended. This is what I found, so this is why I grabbed these. But I did find 4 of them that were the same, I think. Now that I look at them, yeah, they are the same. They both have the little pine and the little wrapped up little logs and some pine here and some holly leaves. So I thought that was pretty neat. So I'm going to use those. Okay, so the first thing I want to do before I put anything on my little wreath is I'm going to put them on the back of these chairs right here, as you can see right here. That's why I'm sitting off to the side, because I have this chair next to me. So the way that I'm going to have this is for the ribbon to wrap around through here on the top, you know, and over the top of the chair. Now, if you don't have any, you know, openings here, you don't have those little what are those things called, everyone? Help me. But, you know, the little dowels coming down. If you don't have a chair that has any openings and it's just solid, you can wrap the ribbon around it, of course. Or if you want to use 3M, like little hooks, you know, the type that you can just pull off later that won't damage your chairs, you could put them in the back and then just put a little small ribbon to hang them from and put them on that. But again, like I said, you could also do this where you wrap it around like that. Okay, so mine, I'm going to go ahead and do this, and I'm just going to cut the ribbon just about the size that I need to go all the way around, plus just a tiny bit just to overlap so I can glue it together once I have it on there. Okay, I'm not going to glue it until I have it on my chair. Now I could tie it up, make a little bow. That would probably be the cutest thing to do, but I don't want the bow up here. I actually want the bow to be on the wreath. So I'm going to do it this way. You can decide to do it differently. Now, I'm going to go ahead and cut it. And I'm just going to cut it right here. And I'm just going to straighten out this little edge. So I know that this is my length. And I'm going to do 4, so I'm going to cut 4. Now, instead of hot gluing it, you could add some Velcro. So all you would have to do is bring it around and just Velcro it on there, you guys. But I forgot to go look for Velcro, which was my initial thought. And then I would just Velcro it there, and then you wouldn't notice anything else. Okay, but anyway, I'm gonna cut 4 of these, and we're gonna save them off to the side. Let me cut 4 right here. So that's just the way that I'm gonna do it. Is I'm just gonna hot glue them while I have them on the chair, and then I think that'll kind of keep them from, you know, kind of falling off. Actually, you might accidentally, you know, get pulled off if they're on Velcro or whatever. or a bow can come undone. I'm just kind of cutting them about the same length. Okay, I've got my lengths. Now I want to cut, I want to cut ribbon, but I want to make a little bow that's going to go on the actual wreath. So just a little bit of length for a tail. Grab it right about there. I think that's good. I don't want a really big bow, you know, because then it's just too much hanging on, you know, the back of the chair. And I have a little space here, so I don't need to have too much on there. Now, if you have a beautiful, you know, huge dining room table with big, beautiful chairs that you want to add lots of stuff to it, you know, by all means do so. Okay, so then I've got some chenille stems that I'm going to use to tie up my bow. So I'm just going to cut my chenille to little pieces because I don't need them to be very long. Or if you have floral wire, use that. All right, so now I need to make 3 more of this same little bow. Let me just cut these little edges to look a little nicer. There we go. And I'm cutting them at an angle. You could fold them in half and do little dovetails, cut on them, but I'm just gonna keep it like that. I think it looks really cute like that. Just a little bow, simple as that. All right, so let me go ahead and do the other 3 and we'll go on to the next step. All right, so now that I've got my little bows all put together, I think I wanna go ahead and take these apart rather than using it as one, you know, like a pick like that on my wreath, because I feel like, you know, it's maybe too much and I want to spread it out a little bit. So what I want to do is I'm just going to use my wire cutters here and then just cut everything apart. Just start snipping away. Let's see, like that. And then I think these little leaves here, I can just go ahead and just, yeah, I can still cut them with a wire cutter. So let's just go ahead. I was thinking I could just use my scissors, but I'll go ahead and do my wire cutters. And I'm just going to cut everything off this little pick. All right, so now I have all these little pieces that I can work with. I don't have to use them all. I mean, if I have anything left over, I could use it on some other little project. Okay, but let me go ahead and now go ahead and take the other ones apart so that I know what I have to work with. All right, everyone, so I'm back with my little wreath, and I've cut up all my little parts and I've separated them here. I'm going to go ahead and put the ribbon that I want to hang from the chair. Now, I want to put this so that when I put it around, I can just hot glue it. Now, if you had Velcro, of course, you would put the Velcro on here, and then you could just snap it closed like that. Now, I'm going to have this. This is the front of the wreath, and I want this to hang so that when I do, let's say we're going to Velcro it, okay? We're going to do this, Velcroing it on. The Velcro kind of ends up on the inside of the back of the chair. Like this is the back of the chair going through here, right? And we want this to be on the inside of the chair, you know, where you sit down and you put your back, rather than it being up here in the front or on the top edge where it could show. Now, you could have it Velcro way down here, and then just glue the little bow to this top ribbon edge so that when you Velcro it, you can Velcro it like that. And that would be super cute, okay? So this is just some ideas of how you could, you know, enclose it so that you don't see the closure. Now, I'm starting to like this a little bit more, but like I said, I'm gonna be hot gluing this. I'm not gonna be Velcroing it because I don't have any Velcro and I'm too lazy to look around in my stash, you guys. I've been running around. I actually took my parents on errands this morning, so I just got home and I don't want to look for stuff. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pretend like I'm going to be Velcroing it. So on this top flap, I'm going to go ahead and hot glue my little bow. So let's go ahead and do that. You guys, I actually already did one of these little wreaths. Excuse me. I actually already did one and I put the ribbon, but I hot glued it closed already. I wasn't even thinking. And I'm like, okay, now what am I going to do? How am I going to put that on my chair now that I've glued it? Okay, so I'm going to put some glue on there and hot glue this little bow onto that end. Let's put it like this. Maybe that's easier for you to see what I'm doing. See, you could just fluff it up. And that's right on that end of that ribbon here. And then of course you would have some Velcro right here. And then that would go around. And then you would put the Velcro on the outside of the ribbon so that then you could stick it like that, okay? And then we're gonna put this in here. And because I wanted to Velcro, when like let's say I'm closing it right here, I wanted to Velcro right here at the top of my wreath. So the other end, I'm gonna go ahead and glue it to my wreath so it doesn't move on me. So let's put some glue on this side, and then some glue on this side, and let's just hot glue that. I was a little fancy this weekend and I actually painted my nails, but I've been washing dishes and all kinds of stuff, so my nails look horrible. Anyway, when do they ever look pretty anyway? So here we go. Now that we get Velcro right there, but like I said, in my case, I'm just gonna hot glue it. Okay, so now that I know that that's going to be there, and that looks super, super cute, and that's just my opinion, I think it looks super cute. Look at that, you guys. Of course, you wanna make sure you check this one more time on your chair, make sure it's gonna fit, so I'm gonna do that right now. All right, so I've checked it and it fits just fine. Okay, so now I wanna decorate my little wreath, and because my bow is right here, I don't wanna put obviously anything right here. I could decorate underneath, but I'm gonna have things kind of coming off the sides. So I'm gonna use one of these leaves on each side. Now remember, everything you do on one, you'll just do it to the other. So it depends on how you work, whether you like to work and complete one item first, or do things, you know, like let's say you put all the ribbon on all your little wreaths, and then your leaves on all your wreaths, and then the next item, which is the way that I normally would work, but this is how I'm going to do the very first one, just so you could see. And then the other three, I'm going to do like a little, what do you call that, you guys? I have the word, like a, you know, production line or whatever. Okay, let's go ahead and remove some of this. It's got too much on there. I want this one right in front of that one. See, it came with, each little pick had 3 of these, but I'm only going to use 2. So I'm actually going to save the other little piece for another little project. So I'll have 4 of these little pine bits left over. And then you can pick and choose, because some of them look a little, you know, scrunched up. Like these 2 look a little too scrunched up. So let's go ahead and put those out of the way. And let me go ahead and grab this one. It's a little scrunched up, but not too bad. I can't be too picky because they're not all going to be perfect. Okay. Let's get some of that glue, spread out. Put that on there. And look at that little cute little little log. I think I'm going to put one to the side, or maybe on the bottom here. Let me think, you guys. Okay. The bow's going to be right here. Oh, that looks cute already. Maybe I should save these for something else. I want to use them. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put them right here on the bottom. And I'm going to put them so that this little bow that's on them shows off to the side, because if I do it this way, the way they're stacked, see how there's 2 flat here and then 1 here? I can't really put this flat on the wreath, so I'm going to do the side here. And then the little bow will be facing forward. So some hot glue right there. And these are just like little foam bits. They're little foam bits, and then they're covered with this paper that looks, you know, like wood. Okay, just like that. Look how cute that already looks. Oops. Of course, you want to wait till it dries completely before you move it. All right, so we're gonna let that dry, and let me go ahead and put something underneath. Yeah, there we go. So it stays in that position. Actually, I'm gonna add a little bit more glue. Okay. I'll worry about removing all the little glue webs later, because if I try to pull something, I may pull it up again. And then I'll just put the two little pine cones on each side as well. Okay, let's try to do this carefully so I don't move things all over the place. Okay, some glue there, right there. And I'll do one on the other side. And of course, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and finish all 3, and then I'll show you what they look like, and then we'll put them on the backs of the chairs. All right, so I've completed all 4. So now I want to go ahead and put this little bow end through my chair here. And of course, I would just Velcro it, and that would that would complete the job. But obviously I didn't do that. I didn't add any Velcro. So I'm actually going to put hot glue. This is going to make it a little trickier for me, but I'm going to do it. At the end over here, and then just push that on there. And I want it to dry, and then I'll slide it down in position. But this is what I want. Okay, I'm going to slide it down carefully. It's not dry yet. So you could just slide it down or to whatever position you want, really. It doesn't have to hang so much like I'm thinking of doing. Back here, let me move this table forward. I don't want to knock over my camera. Got my wire going across here on the floor, but let's see. Let's turn this around so you can see that. Look at the back of the chair now. Isn't that cute? I think it's super cute. I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of them on the chair, and I think it'll look really nice and festive. Wipe my table, put a little centerpiece on here, and there we go. I think we are ready. We're ready to sit down and have our chairs look pretty. And look, this looks really neat. The other thing that I did do is because my ribbon has the words, you know, Merry Christmas on there. I was also trying to cut it so that I had Merry Christmas, so at least, you know, some of it, you know, kind of went across it. But I do notice that on this one, and I think that was my first one, I wasn't so careful about it. No, actually, yeah, because I've got Merry here, and then I've got Christmas going down. I was looking at it from the inside. But anyway, I've got Merry Christmas. So there we go. I've got Merry Christmas coming down, and that'll be seen from, you know, the top of the chair onto the back. So if you have some ribbon that has some lettering, you might want to, you know, kind of consider that. Of course, sometimes when you're doing that, that means you might have to cut, you know, your wording from a different section in the ribbon, and then you end up using more of it. So that's just all up to you. It's not really that important. I just think that with this particular ribbon, it worked out. So there we go, everyone. I'm going to give myself a big old thumbs up, and I hope that you too will give me a big old thumbs up and leave a kind comment down below and let me know what you thought of my little project, my little wreaths for the back of my chairs. Now, you can use the same idea and then just kind of glue it together, and then, you know, this could be hung like on a doorknob or on any other little hook that you might put maybe on your cabinets of your kitchen. You could do something like that, or maybe use a thinner ribbon if you want to use that for hanging. Like I was saying, if you have a flat chair that you don't want to wrap anything around it, or you can't because sometimes that ends up sliding down as well, you can use those 3M hooks, put it in the back, and then you would be able to hang it from the ribbon from there. But I would probably use a nice little thin ribbon in the back, you know, something decorative, maybe even a little rope to hang it. And maybe you don't even have to make it, you know, this long. You know, you would just adjust it to the length according to your chair and where you want it to hang. All right, everyone. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. That's that red button down there. And then you'll see the little bell up here after you have subscribed. Please choose all so that you get notified of all my videos as soon as I upload them. Please share on your social medias, and as always, enjoy. And Merry Christmas.